Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Satisfactory. So after a brief interlude where we have just gone and had a little bit of wandering round, it's time to get back to work, so let's get back to it. We don't always want to dismiss things just because they're not efficient. I mean, yeah, oops, no, don't remove that one. Just because it's not highly 100% efficient to go and remove it, to use the carousel approach doesn't mean that we can't have it, just because it does look really cool. It takes, yeah, sure, it takes a long time to build. Overall, though, I still think it would be worth it. I'm going to put that up to there, and right, you're done. Now, I'm looking over this way, and I'm kind of wondering about it. So we've got the concrete going up there. That's going through there, and then that bit up there, I'm sort of thinking that might end up being where we ultimately put our house, rather than having it right up on top over there. Because this way, we can extend out a floor at this height almost indefinitely. There's a bit of room in there that we can't do anything with. And we got grass sort of sticking up through, which is not good. We don't want that. We want to be able to hide all nature in the middle of the... I don't want nature in the middle of the base. Alright, I'm very much... I like nature. Nature in general, I like it. I like it a lot. But for this game, and I do the same with Factorio. Like, I can live out, you know, games you get to do things that you don't normally get to do in real life. For me, that also involves removing anything to do with nature. We completely obliterate nature and just build one vast industrial landscape. Because I don't want to do that in real life. I sincerely and genuinely hate the idea of doing that. So I live out that kind of nightmarish approach in a game instead. It's a much better way of doing it. Now, if I was to not have that one coming out like that, alright, I've got some copper going back that way, and that's sort of disappearing back down the bottom, I think. If I was to have this one running all the way along here, and then going out that... Actually, I don't even need to run all the way along anywhere. I could just put it there, and we could have that one going up the top. And we could start doing these stitched plates up there. Right, I got alternate stitched plates, 30 wire, and the iron plates. I could just put several assemblers in, and we could make it work like that. And if I was to put those up there, that's kind of in the middle then. So we've got the copper feeding on one side, and we've got all of the iron and everything feeding on the other side. That's going to open up the middle part of it for everything else. And I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. One thing that I don't like is the fact that it takes such a long time to put these out. What I would really like to see is the ability to put, like, 10 layers of concrete down all at once. If I was able to put... Hang on. No, here. If I was able to take a foundation... Buildings on top of foundations are adjusted to grid, making it easy to line them up. Yeah, see, if I was able to just have a... Oh, wait, what's this? Yeah, that just goes to that. I don't care about that. You go. I want to be able to put in, like, 10 foundations instead of having to individually click for every single foundation that I put down. I want to be able to put in, like, 10 pieces of foundation all at once in one great big block. And I remain reasonably confident that that is something that will be able to happen later on. Well, we'll have to see. Now, bring that out over to there and out a little bit further. There we go. Right, we're going to start filling up another area here with floor. It's not the most exciting thing, laying down floors, but we're going to do it anyway, because we kind of need to for the base. The factory. The factory must grow. This is a Factorio saying this is. The factory must grow. Alright? It's just a known thing, the factory must grow. And, yeah. The same applies here in Satisfactory. The factory must grow. We've got to keep expanding out. Now, in Factorio, if you want a concrete floor, you tell your robots to go and do it. And then you don't have to worry about it. For us, in this one, unfortunately, at the moment, we have to do it ourselves manually. But this is much more, like, Factorio is still in early access. This game here is much more early access than Factorio. There is a lot of work still needed doing on this game. That being said, I remain hopeful that it will... I don't know exactly when it's going to move out of early access. I don't really know. I also don't know when it's going to leave the Epic exclusive. There is some people... I did hear rumors to start with that it was a 1-year Epic exclusive, and then after that it was going to become open on other platforms. But I mean, I don't know. It might be longer than that. We'll have to wait and see. I know that just recently... Ooh, okay, I've run out of concrete. I know that just recently there has been a little bit of a backlash with another game, Oobleck, I think the game is called. The devs decided to go with an Epic exclusive. They took the money from Epic and they decided to go with an exclusive. Something that it should be noted that Factorio didn't do. They were offered a big pile of money and they said no, they don't want to do that. I don't know if they are going to add the game onto Epic as well, but no, they said that they didn't want to take money and make an exclusive. But the thing is, the exclusive part is not generally a problem for most people, right? And yes, it is... There are some serious complaints that, I mean, I for one have got about Epic in general. And that's to do with security. I don't like the clunkiness of the store, but that's a personal preference, right? That's kind of my issue. I got to learn to live with it. It's an exclusive. We see exclusives all the time. PlayStation has exclusives, Xbox have exclusives, and things like that. It's not like we've got to go and buy something extra in order to get this exclusive. We've got to use another UI. That in itself is not really a problem. My issue is the fact that Epic have rather notoriously poor security issues, and there's quite a few issues with Epic security, and that's one of the things that I don't like about it. It's the main thing I don't like about it, and I just don't like the store either. It's very, very clunky. It's not very intuitive. It's not user friendly, and for that reason, I don't particularly like Epic at all. But no, this game, Oobleck, there was a bit of a backlash, and that was to be expected from going with another Epic exclusive. And if it had just stopped there, it would have been just another game that had decided to go with Epic exclusive. The game had been promising for ages to go onto Steam, and then they changed their mind and they went with Epic instead, because Epic offered them a pile of money. And when you're a small developer, that makes a lot of sense. And, you can understand that from a Satisfactory point of view. They were offered a big chunk of money so that they could develop this game a lot more. And they got the money up front. And that makes a big difference to development of the game. So from that point of view, you really can forgive the developers from doing that. It's a positive step for them. And hopefully it does result in being a positive step overall, because... we end up getting the game developed faster because they've got the funds to do the job properly faster. All good points. However, when this game Oobleck, which I got to say does look pretty good, well, it did look pretty good, they went for their Epic exclusive, and they thought that would be a really good idea. Yep, so far so good. Everybody's on board with this. Their general community were reasonably on board with this idea as well. I mean, there was a bit of pushback from it, but it wasn't that wasn't the issue. The issue was around the things that they started saying to their paying community, the devs. And I've seen some there are some screenshots doing the rounds that are absolutely disgusting things to say, and we know that those are fake, right? So don't believe all of the screenshots. There are some fakes that have been made, which there was no need to do that. That was just ridiculous. But basically, the devs of the game, they went and posted up this big, long rant before it had even, as part of their announcement. Their announcement was this big, long rant about the gaming community in general, and why shouldn't they go with an exclusive, because... Anybody that doesn't like that is an entitled, overprivileged, whiny, and so on and so forth. And it was really rude and obnoxious. It really was. Especially considering that the gaming community that they're busy bad-mouthing are the ones that are going to give them their money. Yeah, they've got some money from Epic, but Epic are not going to provide money to them forever, are they? And that was the bit that caused the massive backlash. And then there was a whole load of things that they said. There was some rather rude and obnoxious things that were said on their Discord in live chat as well. Ignoring the, like, there was some stuff said about, there was some stuff that was not said. There are some screenshots going around of some stuff regarding gas chambers. That was fake. That was false. That was somebody had gone and cobbled that together, and then they also made a fake video as well. That was complete and total rubbish and was not needed. It was absolutely... Right, that was wrong. That was completely and totally wrong. It's fabricated lies, and it should not have been on there. That should never have been created. That was absolutely awful, and I think the person who made that should be thoroughly and utterly, not just ashamed, but thoroughly disgusted with their own actions, because it was absolutely a revolting thing to go and do. It was absolutely disgusting. I was really disgusted and appalled with that. But it was done. That was done along with, a lot of other things were said. There was a lot of nasty things were said and done. But a lot of this was also feedback and pushback to the devs of the game itself. They got really quite rude and obnoxious. And so, yes, there was a lot of stuff that was said that should never have been said by the gaming community, right? It really should not have been said by the gaming community. But when you look at the things that the devs themselves went and said to sort of kickstart all of this, you kind of think, well, you did bring some of this on yourselves, And yes, there were some absolutely disgusting things said that should not be said, and I really hope that the people that created those lies do get what's, I say get what's coming to them. That sounds a bit nasty, that does. Justice should be done. There should be some appropriate punishment for it, but I somehow don't imagine that there ever will be. But I just thought it was absolutely appalling. And the whole thing was generally handled pretty badly. The devs of the game, of this Oobleck game, they handled everything really, really badly. Their message to the community about why they'd gone and done it, and their reasons for doing it, for taking this Epic exclusivity deal, yeah, that's fine. You have an Epic exclusivity deal. If that's what you want to do, then go and do it. Just, don't expect everybody to be on board with it, because there's a lot of people that don't like the Epic UI, myself included. And I've no plans to go start any other games that are Epic exclusive, because I really don't like the whole Epic store. I just don't like the Epic store. I mean, they'll probably come round eventually. They'll probably go and put in some shiny new games, and they are releasing shiny new games and giving them away for free on a fairly regular basis, and free games do have a way of bringing me round. And I'm hoping that they'll eventually listen to the customer base and tidy up the Epic store a bit and make things a little less clunky and horrible to use. And that, again, will go very strongly in their favour. But at the moment, I don't like the Epic store. Really, really don't like the Epic store. It's a horrible store. I've had security issues with it. I've had random people adding... I've had random people being added to my friends list on the Epic store. There is a friends list on the Epic store. But why am I getting random people I don't know being added onto my friends list? I don't even want a friends list. I would delete everything off of my friends list, and then they'd be put back again. Now, no one else has got access to my account. I checked and double-checked and triple-checked on that one, and no, nobody has got access to my account. I made absolutely certain of that. I've got all kinds of... They have now got security on their accounts, which you can implement. And that actually seemed like a pretty... Why? Oh, about concrete again. Alright, well, we've gotten this far. We've done pretty well, and we've got that massive, great big wall over there. Oh, I know, there is one more bit that I want some concrete for, isn't there? Okay. But yeah, so I'm not a fan of Epic as it stands at the moment. If Epic improve, then, you know, I could come round. I'm not so much of a snob that I'm never going to, you know, I'm going to say never. But at the moment, I don't like Epic. I just don't like the store. I don't like the feel of it. I don't like how it uses, and I've got issues. It's mainly to do with the security, right? I've already experienced security issues. Random people turning up on a friends list. That's and then I've got like people were on a blocked list who were then being removed from the blocked list and just being added to normal gameplay. And then going back onto a friends list. That is a security issue as far as I'm concerned. That is a very serious security issue. I think I've gotten around that now. But this is the reason I don't like Epic. It's because of security problems. It's not because of... yes, like I said, the store being clunky and stuff like that doesn't exactly go in its favor, but I can overlook those bits. It's the security stuff that I don't like, and I will never like anything that... puts my personal security at risk. So that, Epic lost major points on that, and they will continue to lose major points until I am satisfied that it has been completely taken care of. And I'm sure that Steam, many years ago, they also had issues when they first started up, but they've worked through those now. But anyway, well, all of that bit aside, there's other things that we don't need to worry about right now. All of that aside. Now, where am I going to go? I just want to finish doing this wall in here next. All of that bit aside, the way that this game Oobleck handled everything to do with Epic and their announcement post where we're doing this, and literally what they said, this was the bit that got people's backs up, and this was the bit that I sort of read it and I was like, did I really just read that? Did they actually go and type that out and then proofread it and then say to themselves, you know what, I think this is a good post? And it appears that they did. They really, really did. They said that anybody that would dare to complain about their choice of exclusive deal with the Epic Store is an overprivileged, whiny baby, and words to that effect. And I'm pretty sure it was, they definitely used whiny. Whether they actually used the word baby, I'm not 100% sure. I did read the whole post, but a lot of it is sort of slipped from my mind, probably mercifully so. But you get the idea, right? It was pretty appalling stuff. To go posting that, here's something, community, who have supported us from day one, who supported us on our Kickstarter, who support us on Patreon, and give us a big pile of money every month to make this game of your dreams. We're going to do everything we can to insult you in every possible way with this post, because we want to get money from here, and we don't like the fact that you might not like it. And that's the bit that kind of it's made me pull up short. Like, I'm looking at this game, Oobleck, and I was thinking, it's kind of like my time at Porsche and Stardew Valley. It's got a lot of those influences in there, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, you know what? It's kind of borderline for simulator for me, so it'd be a maybe not type approach whether I play it. Reading that post from the devs, reading their post and their general kind of attitude towards the community in general, pretty much decided for me that I won't be playing that game. I'm not going to support devs who are that nasty, rude, obnoxious. And this came out before they started to get the massive backlash from the whole Epic thing. And then all of the nasty stuff started going their way. So they've then become the target of an internet hate mob. And I don't envy them that. You know, they don't deserve the treatment that they're getting. It's understandable that there would be backlash, but the severity of the backlash seems a little bit out of proportion, to be honest. But I mean, I'm not particularly interested in going along and telling them that I don't like them, and I think that they're terrible, horrible human beings because they've not done exactly what I want them to do. It's up to them how they deal with like the exclusive offers and things like that. If they want to do it like that, that's fine. That's their choice. But I'm going to respectfully decline when it comes to actually buying their game. That's my choice. My choice is to decline buying the game. And I'm making that choice. I'm not going to buy the game. And if they decide to contact me after this video and say, here's a free copy of the game, can you please play it? I'm going to decline that as well, purely because of the incredibly toxic nature of their original post and what appears to be the incredible toxic nature of the devs in general. And so for that reason, I won't be supporting them. I won't be playing the game either. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about it because I have had people talking about Oobleck already, and you know, I did originally think, yeah, this game looks really cool. I like this game. I think this game could be a very good addition to the channel in places. But turns out, maybe not. Not quite so much. Right, I'm going to put that one down there, and then I'm going to go with logistics. I'm going to go with a conveyor belt Mark III, and that one's going to come up to here like that. Now, which way around does that need to go? I can bring you over to there. Does it go... Is it there or there? Never quite sure. It's not there. That's too low, I think. Let me see. That is indeed too low. I could just do that, but no, I'd rather have that one just come out straight. And, you know, actually, it's going to be all right coming out right on that very corner over there. That bit I'm okay with, but we do need to remove this. So if we remove that stack a minute, and we go back into here, and we go for the conveyor lift again, and then I connect it onto there. It's not there. It's got to go up by one like that. There we go. Right. Now, that one then, I can bring that one out, and it can go there. I'm not going to go any further than that for a minute. It's got... Yep, there we go. It's got the plates on there. I thought for a minute it didn't. Okay, that's fine. And then what we're going to do is... I'm going to need to put the stackable poles out next. So we're going to want to put those sort of that way like that. I'll bring that back by one, I think. Just trying to see where's the best... Where am I going to put this pole? Valid aim location. No. Yeah, see, that goes right in the middle of the belt. I don't want to put it there. I want to sort of straddle the belt. You know what? We're going to have to come down here and do this. Oops. Yeah, I didn't want to do it like that. Right. Stackable. Who's majiggy? That one can go there, and then there, and then there. I think one more so that we go to 4 like that. And then I can come out onto here. I can't climb up that. Okay, so the stackable poles, you know, the whole stackable thing is good, but you can't actually climb up it. You can get to here, and I can't climb up there. I'm not quite high enough to get up to that point, but we can go out from there, and I can join onto that conveyor pole, the conveyor belt thingy over there. I'm going to go... That one... Right, that's not going to work from there. I need to drop down here to do this. I'll go onto there. And then I will go out from there, and I'll join that one into there like that. And then we're going to want another of those tall conveyor lifts to go out. That one will go onto there, and then it goes up like that. Is that lined up evenly? Yes. Yeah, that's the same height. Right. So that one comes out there like that, and then it goes straight up. So we've got all of the iron going up into the air, up to the top. And that's where we're going to start building things up there. So we've got this little bit of land over here that we could do something with, except that we're not going to. We're not going to do anything with this at the moment. This is the edge of the factory. We've got that bit there. It's kind of like off out into the middle of nowhere over here. And I almost feel like it's undefended. Like I honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking we want a wall to defend against nature. There's nature over there. Look at it. It's horrible. It's absolutely, it's hideous and green. We need to get rid of it. We need to absolutely get rid of... Well, I'll tell you something else that we need to do. Is... I have sort of now noticed... I can jump down. I can sort of use various different bits to jump down. But getting up there again is probably going to be a good idea if we have the odd jump pad. So if I put one here... like that. I can't go any further than that. Okay, that's as close as I can put it right into that corner there. Now I need power to come to it. I'm going to put that. We'll go with a small power pole on here. I'll put one there. And then I go with a 2. We put that one onto there. And then I go from you. We run over to this corner over here. Put that one there. And from there, that one will come out over to there like that. And then you will go to there like that. Right, so we've joined that one in. We've now got a jump pad over this side. And I'm going to want another jump pad as well. So I'll run the power out for that one a minute. Let's go through here. So we've got a power line going out that way. That's roughly straight. And then I've got... That's going to be the exit for that one. So they'll come out of there, those iron rods. So I'm going to put the jump pad in line with that bit there. Because the difference in the pattern, I think it would be better to have the jump pad there as well. Put that one in there like that. Right, there. We put that one there. Then we've got more of that line there. That one's going to come out over here. So I'll come over to about this point here. Something like that. And I'll put a power line in there as well. And then join into that one. Because then this one here can go somewhere else. And up we go. Perfect. Okay, so we've got iron coming up the top. And... we'll soon be able to go and have some other as well. I'm just going to put that one out to the same spot like that. So I got 2 lots of iron coming out of there. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually thinking that that first one, this would be the perfect opportunity. I could just bring that one straight out and round. There, like that. I'll bring that one out there. That one, I don't know which direction I want to take that one yet. But this one here, this one could run down this way. Because I'm also going to want the copper out over here. Aren't I? Alright, we're going to need to be bringing the copper up and over. Because I'm not going to be using that one or that one there anymore. Those will be used elsewhere. This is going to be, like, I'll remove that lot. And then this down here is going to be like a lot of oil processing. And building up the oil materials and stuff that we want. So I'm going to need to move that copper... I mean, really, I'm sort of looking at that copper storage, and I'm thinking maybe that's even in the wrong place there. In all the way out. No, actually, I think that's going to be alright. Let's not worry about... I'm not going to go moving that one now anyway, because there's way too much stuff on there to move. But what I can do is I could bring that copper there. I could actually just bring that out, over, and back this way, and then up. Bring it up over here somewhere. It's either that or I want to bring it from there and bring it back through. Be in the way of my jump pad. That's going to be in the way of my landing pad. Which way am I going to do this? Right, I can't put anything there. I can't put a conveyor belt in there, I know that much. And there we have it, folks. I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop things now because we have run out of time. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.